Hey everyone, today I'm taking a hands-on look at my Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny Hot Toys Deluxe action figure, which I've had in hand for a bit now. I actually had a whole unboxing video earlier, but I lost the audio, so go me. So instead what I did is I posted a video short just kind of showcasing this figure. We will also be comparing this figure to the newly announced Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom Deluxe figure, which is currently up for pre-order, just to see how these two versions of Indy stack up next to each other. Now, before we jump into the comparison, it's worth stepping back for just a moment, because this isn't Hot Toys' first Indiana Jones figure. Back in 2011, Hot Toys released their Raiders of the Lost Ark Indiana Jones, and while it was exciting at the time, it ended up getting mixed reviews. A lot of what it came down to was the tailoring. The clothing was noticeably baggier and the proportions just felt off. It didn't quite hit the level of realism that we expected, especially from Hot Toys of today. So, fast forward for more than 15 years and the improvements in sculpting, tailoring, and the overall presentation are honestly just night and day. Starting with Dial of Destiny, this figure is still a stunning piece. Now the head sculpt captures an older, more seasoned Indy really well, and the rolling eyeball system adds a ton of personality depending on how you pose him. It's subtle, but it makes a huge difference whenever you're setting up your display. One of the biggest upgrades compared to the older releases, especially again that 2011 Raiders figure, is the clothing. Everything here is far more form-fitting. The jacket, the shirt, and the pants sit naturally on the body without looking oversized or baggy, and it really elevates the realism. For my display, I went with more of an exploration style pose, which feels right for this version of Indy. He's more experienced, he's more methodical, and still very much in the adventure. So now let's take a look what was actually in the box, because this is where these two versions of the deluxe figures really start to separate themselves. Starting with the Dial of Destiny, this version is very much geared toward exploration and adventure. Within the box, you're going to get a genuine leather jacket, shoes, and whip with a bendable wire so you can pose that whip in different fashions. We do have these separate rolling eyeballs, the backpack including the rope and tools, the satchel, as well as a light up torch, and of course the Dial of Destiny itself. Some of the interchangeable parts for Indiana Jones includes multiple hands and a two-way environmental stand, which is inspired by a collapsed suspension bridge. This is complete with real rope detailing, which is an exclusive to the deluxe version. Altogether, it gives you a lot of flexibility for your classic adventure poses. Now, let's compare that to what's coming up with the Temple of Doom deluxe figure, and you can see that the tone shifts dramatically. Within this version, it includes a newly developed head sculpt, again with the rolling eyeballs, but it also adds wounds, bruises, and of course battle damage. This figure appears to include a much larger selection of interchangeable hands, including a bandage-wrapped right hand, and it has multiple weapon gripping options as well. Costume-wise, what we're getting is the iconic one-sleeved weathered shirt. We'll have distressed pants, a leather belt and holster. We'll have, of course, the boots and a red cord, which was seen in the film. This was when Indy was in his trance state. The weapons and accessories are where the Temple of Doom figure really goes big. We have a genuine leather whip, again with that moldable wire, a spear, a machete, a revolver, even though it was barely used in the film. Thanks, Willie. Appreciate that.
Where's my gun? Where's my gun?
I burnt my fingers and I cracked a nail!
We have a crossbody bag, the Sanskrit manuscript, and two sets of the Sankara stones. We have them both in a dormant state as well as an activated state. So on top of all that, the deluxe version also includes a skull-altered theme diorama base, or you can turn it around and have the famous bridge where Indy takes a ride.
Hello, lady, we're going for a ride!
When you look at these side by side, the intent behind each figure becomes really clear. Dial of Destiny is designed to be versatile and adventurous, so we have lots of gear, lots of neutral posing options, and a base that works in a variety of different displays. Temple of Doom, on the other hand, feels more like a full-on cinematic centerpiece. Between the battle damage, the weapons, the Sankara stones, and the altar base, it's all about Indian survival mode, and right in the middle of the action. Overall, the Dial of Destiny figure is a stunning piece and one every Indiana Jones fan should own. That being said, I'm genuinely glad to have this. The attention to detail here is really impressive and it sets a high bar. This makes me believe that Hot Toys is bringing that same level of craftsmanship into the upcoming Temple of Doom figure. So when this figure finally arrives, I will definitely be using one of the more action poses. Honestly, looking at how much Hot Toys has improved since that 2011 Raiders of the Lost Ark release, it really makes me hope that we eventually see a re-release version of the Raiders Indy using more of these modern sculpting, tailoring, and articulation details that we see with these figures. With everything they've learned over the past 15 years, that could really be something special. So what do you guys think? Does this one grab your attention enough to jump on that pre-order train with me? If so, you've definitely got some time to decide, since the shipping isn't expected until somewhere between January and June of 2027. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any more Xennial, Gen X, or older millennial content. As always, thanks for watching, and you guys have a great one.